6:03, and President Joe Biden condemned the Hamas attacks against Israel, voicing strong U.S. support for the embattled nation.
To any country, any organization, anyone thinking of taking advantage of this situation, I have one word: don't.
This morning, several Americans are still being held captive, and the president says the U.S. will continue to support Israel as this conflict rages on.
And let there be no doubt, the United States has Israel's back. We will make sure the Jewish and democratic state of Israel can defend itself today, tomorrow, as we always have. It's as simple as that. These atrocities have been sickening.
There's a bipartisan effort in the House to appropriate $2 billion to replenish Israel's Iron Dome air defense system. And this morning, residents of the Gaza Strip scrambled to find safety as Israeli warplanes hammered neighborhoods. The war has claimed at least 2,100 lives on both sides and is only expected to escalate. Humanitarian groups are pleading for the creation of corridors to get aid into Gaza. They're warning hospitals are overwhelmed with hurt people and they're running out of supplies to help them. Israel has stopped the entry of food, fuel, and medicine into Gaza, and the sole remaining access from Egypt shut down yesterday after airstrikes hit near the border crossing. We're giving you a live look into Gaza City this morning. Gaza's power authority saying its sole power plant will run out of fuel within hours, leaving the territory without electricity after Israel cut off supplies. You can just see the damage on your screen and destruction. Palestinians have long relied on their generators to power up their homes, offices, and hospitals, but they have no way of importing fuel for those either. And as the war rages on, American travelers caught in the attack are just trying to make it back home. Fox 43's Ryan Yee talked with one Harrisburg native currently stranded in the country right now and the challenges she faces to get her family back on U.S. soil. 6:07, and local lawmakers are also working to bring Rebecca and other Americans home. Congressman Scott Perry's office tells Fox 43 he's diligently working with the family and with the U.S. State Department to safely and quickly return all Americans to U.S. soil. He says he'll do everything he can to help our local families. And support for Israel continues to pour in across South Central Pennsylvania. The York JCC will be hosting a peace vigil at its York Township location tomorrow. Fox 43's Sire Williams will have much more on that event coming up at 6:30. In the meantime, 4 Pennsylvania universities await hundreds of millions of dollars in aid currently being held up in Harrisburg's budget battle. The University of Pittsburgh, Penn State, Temple, and Lincoln are in line to receive about $623 million, a 7% increase proposed by Governor Josh Shapiro. Education advocates say while this stopgap is helpful, it's not enough. According to the Associated Press, Pennsylvania ranks nearly last in just about every measure for college affordability. The Keystone Research Center, a progressive think tank in Harrisburg, also found Pennsylvania spends $153 per capita on higher education, which is well below the national average. The research center also says Pennsylvania's class of 2020 had the 3rd highest student loan debt in the nation, leaving graduates an average of $39,000 of debt. Advocates say if more subsidies are not given, tuition at these universities will rise. A training center in Dauphin County used by state police remains closed due to potential lead exposure. Fox 43's Alyssa Kratz has more on how the closure is impacting local departments.